Hello, my name is Ryan Hollingshead, and I am an outside back for LAFC from Sacramento, California. So growing up my whole life, I was an attacker. I love to score goals. I love to get into the attack. I drafted to play professionally in Dallas, and in my first year there, got converted to outside back. I really found a great position as an outside back. Love being an outside back, and I love the fact that I'm able to join in on the attack, even from that defensive position.
Ryan Hollingshead! How many times does he deliver a big moment for LAFC?
I still kept scoring a lot of goals, and I think I broke Zusi's record now. I think I have the most goals, which is just so exciting and so much fun.
The top scoring defender in Major League Soccer adds to his tally.
My professional career began after 4 years of college at UCLA. I got drafted by FC Dallas.
FC Dallas selects Ryan Hollingshead.
I actually took a year off. I didn't go play for Dallas in the first year. I went and helped my brother start a church, and then after a year, went and joined Dallas and started my career then. So I think I was 22 when I started. Leading up to the draft, actually, I started telling teams not to draft me because I was gonna go help my brother start this church. So the draft was a really interesting time for me. It wasn't this moment of a ton of expectation or excitement. So I was kind of pursuing something that God put in front of me. And what happened that was crazy and outside of my control was after telling teams not to draft me, I was not at the draft. FC Dallas took a chance on me and drafted me anyway, hoping that I would come back and play at some point. I didn't think in the moment it was going to work out. I thought I was gonna be at this church for a long time, but the way that things played out, I was able to go back and play in Dallas and start my career there. And then from there, I had a really good career in Dallas and then got traded out here to LA. When you reflect back on where you've been, 2 years here at LAFC, it's been just some of the best time of my life. Being able to have these chances to fight for trophies and fight for championships. Part of the reason that I wanted to come here was exactly for that reason. Let's go win some more trophies. Some of my favorite goals of all time, I think, were the first brace I got, the first 2 goals in a single game I got. It was against Vancouver at home in LA, just after being traded from Dallas here to LAFC, scored my first brace. That'll be a moment I just always remember because I came into this club with so much excitement, and that was my first year, and that was the beginning of what became our championship season and something that I'll just remember forever. Outside of soccer, I have a ton of hobbies. First, I love to invest in real estate. I run a couple real estate companies just down the side. The competition that comes with that. I love the idea of kind of making my money work for me. I also love being a dad. I love doing house projects. I redid an ADU. I love just working with my hands, being handy. And then obviously love playing with my kids. So taking them fishing, going to the beach, going and building sandcastles, those sorts of things. So lots of little hobbies. Obviously, while I'm playing, there's not as much time for those things. But when I retire at some point, I'll get more time to explore those hobbies. In terms of a player that I look up to in the football world was Kaká. I loved watching Kaká play. Loved his style of play, how linear, how fast he was. I also love that his faith was a big part of his playing to him, and he was vocal about that and clear about that. That was always super encouraging to me. Another guy is like a LeBron James. I love the way that he just carries himself. A guy that I look up to that I do know is a guy like Ilie Sanchez, who just in every aspect of the game is entirely professional. All those things that you would look for in a captain and a player and a professional. And so really look up to that sort of just dedication and commitment to the game. Personally, I have goals as well. Some of the goals for me is like my faith, my spirituality is super important to me. My relationship with my wife is super important to me. My relationship to my kids is really important. So there's some goals around that, like dedicating time to be in prayer, to read my Bible, dedicating time to take my wife on dates, dedicating time to play with my kids, be intentional with my kids. If you don't do it, then all those things can kind of get washed away or become less important. And so you have to really fight to keep those a priority.